So here I have a piece of leather that we've been working on. It's going to turn into a money clip, much similar to this one, but much better. So this one is unfinished. As you can see, there's a couple of mess ups with the stitching holes and such. But this is what these are all going to turn into. Now right here we have a piece of 400 grit sandpaper. We're using it dry. I've already put one coat on this particular piece. So this is edge paint. The edge paint we're using is from Leatherwork. It's South African. Now what we do here is we take our sandpaper and just slowly work our way into the already dry edge paint. So we go back and forth like this. And you can see here it's starting to get matte and it's got some shiny bits, but that's okay. We just want to make a smooth surface for our second coat. So back and forth, back and forth. You can see we would have had a little bubble here, but when I run my finger over, it's nice and smooth. On the camera, I don't know if you can see, but the edge is nice and smooth now. Now the reason we want a smooth edge on this, so the edge paint, when we apply it, it goes on nice and smooth. So we grab our edge paint here. We're using a brown edge paint. Grab a little bit on the end of our awl here. So we've got that little drop. And the idea is to just apply it. Like so. Get some more. Apply. We don't want a too thick of layer, but we want enough on there. We want enough so that when we drag the awl across, it doesn't leave these indentations like so. So we want to try and cover those up because we want it as smooth as possible. So it's just manipulating the edge paint. Don't worry if it's not perfect, it doesn't need to be perfect. Because keep in mind this layer will be sanded down. We want to apply at least 4 coats of this. So every layer will be sanded down. And then what I like to do is just go lightly across the edge here. There we go. Now that's all applied, we wipe it off. Wipe the paint off the awl, that is. That way the paint doesn't dry up on the awl. But you can see some imperfections, but that's fine. It'll all come down. Now next step is apply some heat. So I've got currently got a butane burner. It's just a gas burner really. We lightly just, let me get in the frame here. So we lightly take the burner, we don't touch the edge, we just hold it lightly above to get rid of any bubbles or etc. We don't want to touch the leather with the burner, we just want to get rid of those bubbles and help speed up the drying process. Now I don't have any more of my heavy duty clips, so I just use clothes pegs currently. As you can see, that edge is all finished. And that is how I do my edge paint. Now we'll let this dry. Here is one I did earlier. It's almost dry, but you'll notice, if I can get the camera to focus on it, and doesn't want to cooperate. But here is one I did earlier. You'll notice it's nice and clean, pretty straight. We're waiting for this one to dry. There's a little mark here that we can fix up. But if you run your finger across, it feels pretty smooth. There's no major indentations or anything like that. So this one's going to probably get another sand. One more sand, one more coat of paint, and then it should be fine. And that is how I do my edge paint. This one's still very wet, so we won't touch that one yet. And these ones are not completely dry. They've got this rubbery feel to them, so they're not completely dry. But once they're dry, we will sew them together, and this will be the back pocket. So you put a card in here, a silver clip would usually go in there, and this will be an inner part. This is also an inner part. And then on the front you'll have 3 pockets to put your cards, so basically they'll go together like this, and I'll make another little card slot there. So that's how we make our edge paint as shiny as we can. It's not perfect, but definitely gets the job done.